Okay, now I'm here officially. Yeah, now I can chat much more quickly. And I can chat and draw at the same time. That always helps. Did you catch our D&D session tonight at all? Yeah, tonight's session was a little more my style. I like the encounters more than anything else. So it's good to have an encounter night. On the other nights, the other guys are a lot stronger role-playing, so it's just a lot of fun watching them play out their characters. I usually kind of kick back and just watch. Because once they get going, they just can't stop. But it's funny. It's funny watching them do their characters. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's tough in a way because it's all freeform. Even though there's tons and tons of rules, the gameplay itself feels like a lot of freeform because you're really relying on what your dungeon master chooses to do and all that kind of stuff. but yet it's still fun. It's good. It's a good social game. That's really the best part of it. Even with your friends? Yeah, it's easier to get internet friends nowadays. A lot of times, just time factors gets in the way. We all have to be so busy. Hello, baby.
I found socks that are not mine in my...
Okay, are they mine?
I don't know.
Are they Amanda's?
I don't know. Definitely not mine, so I don't
Oh,
know.
they look like mine.
Yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too? No, they're not mine. These aren't my socks. Social anxiety. Well, when I was younger, alcohol took care of that. Then as I got older, I just don't feel it as much as I used to. I'd still say I'm a little bit more on the shy side compared to other outgoing people, but not as shy as I used to be. That should work. It's supposed to be right, right? think being a manager helped me for that too, because I had to, give speeches in front of 100 people. So you kind of have to adapt or die. Hello, Zero. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, that's good. It's always good to have someone you trust with you, be your wingman or wing girl. And fiancés are perfect for that job. Hello, Zero. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So it's a quiet night on the stream. Maybe this will be a good night to chill out. Hello, Falling Up. Welcome back. He's got you, I missed this part, he's got you remembering to say hello and thank you, little social niceties that I haven't been trained on. One of the things that my wife liked about me right off the bat is that I'm a gentleman. Open the door for her, close the car door for her, little tiny stuff like that, but stuff that she said she appreciated right off the bat. So I got brownie points for that. But I don't know, I was always calling people sir. Not when I was young, but like teenage years in a way. But because I was socially shy more, it's a lot easier to say, howdy sir, how are you doing? You know what I mean? Instead of like something else. Gotta finish packing up your art supplies to sell. Oh, that does not sound fun. Why are you selling those? I thought you were gonna do some art. I don't know where to take that other than to say sorry to hear that, bud. For some reason I thought, though not easily, I thought things might have been picking up for you a little bit, but I guess not. So did moving in with your roommate not turn out any good? Well, if it is jealousy and you admit that, can't you kind of curb that jealousy with practice? Because you know everyone would say, learn not to be jealous. But that's something that certainly takes practice. But then it'll come more natural. No, and I'm not trying to say it's always so simple. But you got to start somewhere, right? So what is it that you're jealous of? Not people per se, but what is it without naming people? Is it that you're jealous of? And why is it making it harder for you? What meds did you have to take, Gerbil? The only meds I can even think of is something like Xanax. Do you take something else? Two antidepressants. Forgive my completely ignorant questions, but why do you need two? But you know, Zero, I've worked my whole life to have my life the way it is. So it's always going to be a struggle. And everything I've done has been to kind of get me to where I am. Not that I'm at any great position right now, but in terms of being an artistic guy, liking the games, you know, having the hobbies that I have, doing the archery, the martial arts. I mean, those are all decisions I made during my life to keep things going in the direction I wanted to go. And for the folks that I admire, who are better than me, I've learned to admire their skill instead of tearing myself apart that I wasn't as good as them. And that takes practice too. Okay. So, and you said they work really well, so I'm glad to hear that. 2 medicines together, that is. I mean, I definitely admire other artists. And I want to be as good as other artists. And I know I'm not as good as other artists, and I know I'll never be as good as some artists. But I just try to be my best for me. And in some ways, I'm better than I ever thought I would be. And the same would be for you, Zero. I mean, if you do choose to keep going and keep on your art and keep practicing, you'll actually get better. And then one day you'll be like, okay, you know what? Just like Rob said, I may not be the best artist, I may not be as good as my favorite artist, but I can see that I'm getting better all the time. And if you're going to fight for anything in your life, that's a good thing to fight for. Zero, I'm sure you're justified in your feelings about being robbed when you were growing up. But you have to take control of that. You know, as an adult now, you have to say, yeah, things sucked, but now as an adult, I'm going to change things because that's what adults do. And again, nothing's easy, but you gotta take control. See, charcoal paints like a bunny beast. Yeah, Zero, you have to change things. And you have to take control. Because if you don't take control, life is going to keep kicking you in the nuts. Because unfortunately, it never stops. You know, could be people, could be bills, could be situations. Now, I'm not a big fan of always running away from every issue you ever have. But I'm a big fan of changing your life and taking control so that you have the opportunity to do the things that you want to do a little more. And I'm a big proponent of setting up your personal goals and sticking with your plan. and giving yourself the right amount of time so that you can actually fulfill your plan. See, that's a good way of putting it, following up, is that as bad as 0 might feel, 0 has good survival. 0 always comes back. So there is strength in you, 0. Legion Reaper, hello. Welcome back. So 0, let me ask you. When you're not feeling so down, do you enjoy drawing? Okay, then there's your one positive thing already. And the only person that can take that away from you is you. Because if it's true, and I believe it's true because you have all the art equipment and you come to this stream a lot and we've talked about a lot in the past, then you have something, one thing already. So now, that was easy. What's another thing that you enjoy? So anyway, what I was getting at too is that the art is a part of you, right? So it's one of the things that make you unique. You should take solace and strength in knowing that. Because art, as much as we want to be good, the value of art is how it makes us feel when we're doing it. And if you feel good doing it, then that's a positive thing in your life. And so I would be really bummed if you really sold your art equipment. I mean, maybe you have to. But if you're just doing it because you feel like throwing up your hands and giving up on it, then I would say don't do that. You should never make decisions like that when you're fed up. What burns you out, Legion Reaper? I would say you could be the quote unquote worst artist on the planet, but if it makes you feel good doing it, no one should ever take that away from you. And just to be clear, you're not the worst artist on the planet Zero. You have talent, even if you don't see it. So you should build up on that talent. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a lifetime. A render whore. I wonder if I am considered a render whore. I might be. I think I'm growing into one. I wasn't always that way. But I find that I have to render more to make it look better and raise the bar. Legion, forgive me. Have I seen your art yet? Let me go check the Chaos Art channel. Have you posted anything in Chaos Art? Oh, I missed something that Anthony S. put in there. I should make that command, that Discord command. I don't think I have that. But the icon down below the window in my channel, there's an invite there to the Discord there. That'll do the same thing. Hey, Charcoal. Charcoal posted some portraits. Those are looking really good. See, Charcoal, I think your portrait skills are getting better. Oh, I see. Oh man, you guys are just talking and I'm falling more and more behind. I have seen this, Legion. Excellent stuff. Oh yeah, you're much more render whore than I am. I feel safe now. Oh, it's looking good. I do remember that project now. See, I don't think I can render like you can. So Zero, this is a good story, right? So this sort of fits. Legion Reaper renders way better than I do. Okay, and I can admire his work for what it is, and I know that he's taken, or he or she, I don't really know, right? We never really know. This artist has taken years to get to where they're at. So I don't get hung up on all the things that he can do that I can't. I can admire the skill that he has and knowing that he spent time to get to that level. That's amazing stuff. Yeah, he posted an image in Chaos Art, so on the Discord. Actually, everyone's posting images right now, so you can see the art of everyone else. And maybe Zero, maybe you want to post your stuff there. So I'm only going to say that once. Don't want to push you, but maybe if you want to, you can. Yeah, all the little detail work of an image, right? Like I do some rendering when I do all the blending. Painters do a lot of rendering when they're doing all the detail work of their stuff. Could be fur or hair or metallic or atmospheric or whatever. But yeah, it's sweating all the details. Yeah, I know there's some similarity. And another thing I wanted to mention, Zero, is that, and you've been here long enough, you've heard me say this. When I started, I wanted to draw like other artists. And, but, you know, I'm kind of not feeling so strongly about that anymore because as I get better in what I'm doing, I kind of appreciate the style that I'm working in. So my art may never look like anyone else's. But hopefully I'll keep getting better and better. So in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to get at is as you get better with your art, you might find out drawing like someone else becomes less and less important. And then you really will focus on drawing how you want to draw. Because there's one promise I can make to you is as you get better, no matter what style you draw in, it's going to look good. And it doesn't matter If your style is a manga or illustrative or highly rendered, as you get better, that image is going to look better and better and better. So another reason that if you really enjoy the drawing, then just accept that it's going to be a lifetime journey and just keep trying. Keep at it. Keep at it. A little bit every day. You think your style looks weird? Nah. Yeah, let's see the gold guy. Okay, following up, thanks for popping in. We'll look forward to you popping in again before I take off. It is going to be a short stream tonight because I have to get up fairly early in the morning. But I'll be on at least another half hour, but knowing me, another hour and a half. Right then. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of getting up early. Oh, that gold guy is cool. I like that energy weapon he's got too. Gerbil, thanks for posting your art. I like those. There's some in there I haven't seen before. Yeah, I just like looking at everyone's art. Legion, those guys look like they're gonna kick some serious ass. You're scared of your brother's portrait. I think the only thing missing from your brother's portrait is ears. Attaboy, Zero. I have to ink those nails. So the ears was to gerbil, because she has an image that says, here's a fail of my bro. So I'm assuming that's the one she was talking about, that she's scared of her brother's portrait and it haunts her nightmares. And then Legion, you said you forgot ears as well. I see an ear in your gold image. Which image doesn't even have ears then? Maybe your red armored guy doesn't have ears? Oh, you wrote that. Oh, that's weird, because it has the charcoal gerbil with two images, and then here's a fail, but there's no division. So I think that's kind of a weakness of Discord. It should do a division every time a new person posts. It does. There's a light line. Maybe there's a light line I didn't see. No? Okay. Oh, okay. Now I got it. We're both talking about the same one. Okay. Gerbil quit art when she was younger. Felt just empty and sad for a very long time. When you finally picked it back up, it was a long road of everyone is better than me. Every single time. Whoa! We're going to have a big raid there. Uh-oh. Blake with a big raid. Look at that. Look what falling up brought with her. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I see you're back falling up. You brought some friends with you. Hello, everybody. Blake, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I know you were at a show, right? How'd that show go for you? I'll show you the guy I'm working on right now. Nalfeshnee. Some demon dude. So that shows the direction he's going. Oh, the show was not good. Creaturist, thank you for that follow. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Alex Vixen, hi again. Yeah, you've been busy. You feel compelled to click, thank you. The show was not good, but I'm working hard still. Why? What happened about the show? Because I haven't seen your stream, so it just wasn't profitable, or I mean, like, what happened? No prodding from you, huh? I don't believe that. Follow up. Autosave. Oh, wow. And it was, I'm assuming it was one of the big expensive shows. Wow, man, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I'm afraid to take that plunge just for that same reason. Thank you for the bit, Zero. I'm glad that we had the intimate time that we did. So, was this your first show? tell me about it. What show were you at? And sounds like it might have been your very first. Oh, so what made this show different? This was the biggest? And then, was it a local show for you or one of the national biggies? Oh, so traveling expenses is going to be pretty high. Yeah. Oh my God. I honestly don't think I'd ever be brave enough to plop down $3,000 on a show. Wow. Dude, so sorry then. Yeah, so I'm never going to a big show. Because if you had that kind of challenge at a big show, I would lose my shirt. There's a little tiny show I'm going to go to next year in San Diego. I'll start there. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I know your skill level, right? So you can be a bigger fish in a little pond or a little fish in a big pond, right? So bigger fish in a little pond may be better for now. Wow. I'm still staggering at that cost. Oof. So now if you ignore the cost of the show, how is the response rate? You know, were you getting attention? Did you make any contacts that you wouldn't have made if you weren't going to the show, anything like that? The expo in Dallas, and how big of a show is that one? Small one, medium size, or big? Oh yeah, yeah. Brahms freaking, I don't want to say a monster. His paintings are so tight. I only have one of his books, but I enjoy it a lot. See, that's good then. So you have to look at it as a business and say, okay, if you were going to do it again, how can you attempt to have the same presence but cut down your overhead? Maybe you produce less pieces or find a cheap way to travel or something, right? Maybe there's a way to make it profitable. Your niche is too small. What would you say your niche is? In Gerbil, it's a small thing. It's an oddities and curiosities expo. Not sure they've even let you sell art there, but it never hurts to try. Yeah, it never hurts to try. And if it's a inexpensive show, which it might be, then there's less risk. Yeah, Chicago has a really big show too. You went to that one, Zero? That's great. That's cool. How was that show, Zero? Black and white, plus dark fantasy, plus all original content. There's a small number of people willing to throw money down on that. So you bring up a good point. I've often wondered if the show that I would go to, maybe I don't go to comic book shows. Maybe I need to go to fantasy shows or game art shows. I've been putting some thought into that lately. And you might be in the same boat, Blake. Maybe you are a fantasy illustrator as opposed to a comic book illustrator, so the market is a little bit different, even though I think there's a humongous crossover, but not entirely, right? So you said, except that your R, I'm assuming you mean your art, is directly linked to comics? Are you saying my art or your art? Your as in a generic you? Or me? Right now my stuff's all D&D. Yeah. I mean, there's no way of getting around that necessarily. But I think the subject matter matters. Look at that, Zero. You met some of your favorite artists. There you go. Got to take a picture with your favorite music rapper. Gave you a signed comic of the comic he wrote. Signed copy of the comic he wrote. Ah, Zero, that sounded like you had a great time. That's cool. So yeah, Blake, I think subject matter is pretty important. I felt... when I went to the little show in San Diego, because I went to scout it out this year just to see, it's called a San Diego Comic Expo. So very small. It had a few hundred people visiting. Not even a few hundred, maybe a couple hundred. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a couple hundred people. So very small show. And it is a comic book show. And I don't know. I don't know that if I would even do very good there with just art or just prints or whatever, because it seems everyone was all about telling stories. That their stories were more important than the art. So I don't know. But I do know it's super cheap. Like, do you know of any other shows where you can get a half table for $25? So that's how cheap Artist Alley was here. So in this regard, for this little show, it's almost like you can't afford not to go. Why not? And the artists that go there talk highly of it. They like the show. Those big shows are animal houses. I've been to the San Diego Comic Con a few times. It's just, they're overwhelming how many people go to those shows now. And it's overwhelming on how much Hollywood has taken over the shows. Yeah, you're certainly not going to get tables that cheap at any big show. But I don't know, where do you live, Blake? Maybe you should try San Diego the next time. And I'll tell you, it was a tiny show. Artist Alley had maybe 50 artists. And if you went to the San Diego show, you would hands down be the best artist there. Not to knock anyone else, but that's just the truth of it. Yeah, then there you go. So I don't know what it literally was like 2 weeks ago in March. So if they go again next year, then I expect it to be March of next year. And it's in a hotel. It's not even in a convention center. It's that small. But yeah, maybe that would be something to try out. Well, if you go do it and I do it, we'll go have some drinks or something. I'm buying the first round. A dual stream. That'd be cool to stream directly from the show. I like the channels that do that. So, yeah, there's 2 shows in San Diego. I'm trying to catch up here. So after you said Arizona, so it's totally possible. San Diego is very competitive to even get into, though. So that's the big one. So the San Diego Comic-Con is the giant sucker. And yeah, the last I heard, it's a 4-year wait to get into that show. But this San Diego Expo, Comic Expo, is the small one, and you can get in anytime. There's the link to their site. So it's San Diego Comic Fest. So I was calling it the wrong thing. But San Diego Comic Fest is the little show. And like I said, the half table was only $25. I would hope that they would let you buy a whole table for $50. There was one artist there who had 3 sides. So I'm sure he paid more. He used to be on TV. I can't remember his name. Captain Mark or Major Mark or something like that. Marky or something like that. But he used to do children's stuff on PBS. So he had a bigger spot. So I have to assume for $50 you can get a full table and just rock it. As Zero, from what I've heard, it's even bigger than New York Comic Con, the San Diego one. And things may have changed, but last I heard is the San Diego one was the biggest Comic Con convention in the world. And one of the biggest conventions, period. $60 sounds good. I mean, that's a reasonable price for a table. That's just about as cheap. Gerbil, I can't speak for them, but I think if you did art that was along the genre of what else they're showing, then why wouldn't they accept you? Really, if you're in the genre, it shouldn't matter what your product is. Yeah, the San Diego one is, like I said, it's been taken over by Hollywood, but that's okay. That's a good thing. I think WonderCon in Anaheim might be a good mid-size show. It's pretty big, but it's still half the size of San Diego Comic-Con. But that might be a good stepping stone someday. C2E2 is considered the largest convention in the Midwest. Yeah, I don't doubt it. There are other original art vendors. Good. So then they should accept you. Dragon Con is one of the big ones in the nation for sure. For $60, you should do it, Gerbil. Yeah, I probably would have done my San Diego show, except I didn't even hear about it till a week before it was here. So if I'd known about it earlier, I probably would have worked harder to get stuff ready. See you soon. In August? I sure hope so. You should be able to. You absolutely can. Why would you think you couldn't? Take a couple originals, plenty of prints. You absolutely could have enough to test the waters. Wizard World's another one that I've heard is really big. Comic Con Revolution. I haven't heard that one. So where's that one hosted at? Well, isn't it? I think a bunny kissing the skull is very metaphorical, and there's a different word I want to say. symbolic, right? Symbolism is strong in that one. Ah, okay. Yeah, those sound good. 0, those sound fun. I think depending on how you draw your bunnies, they can be cute or they can be similar to scary clowns, right? You could draw them in a way that makes them frightening looking because everyone expects them to be the most innocent of creatures. This song is so suspenseful. I feel more pressure when I'm drawing with this song. Bam. See, now you haven't even done the show yet, and just by thinking about it, you're becoming inspired. And you're brainstorming and you're envisioning yourself being there. So get to work. Screaming bunnies. The thing about an oddities show, right, is that they literally want to see unexpected things. So this could be a good exercise to do a bunnies in ways you never thought of yet. I bet they would like bunny skeletons. Maybe an image of a nice, peaceful, grassy plain, but all the bunnies are skeletal instead of normal. So it's a juxtaposition of what's something, it should be peaceful and restful, but then it's kind of macabre. Good, Zero. I'm glad you feel better. Glad you stuck around with the raid hit as well. I'm glad you participated. See, you had a good time, right? Nesnos, before I forget again, just saying hi. I saw you pop in, of course, with the raid, and I meant to say hi to you personally, but got distracted. So how are you doing? Hi. Of course, Zero. I totally understand that. Remember what I said, it's a lifetime. We all have a long way to go. Class prepping. Alrighty. So when I'm done blending this belly of the beast, I'm going to close down my stream for the night too, because I have to get up in the morning. So if you guys have a suggestion on who we can pass the raid on to in just a few minutes, I'm all ears. The creative juices are percolating, that's all. Alright, Zero, see you next time. Have a great night. Yeah, we'll go pop in and say hi to her in a minute. She visited me for the first time the other night. It's a nice surprise. Let me show you what I do then. So I made all my brushes. I have a forms layer. Let's see, I'm trying to hide stuff. So I'm doing all of my, not so much shading, but it's some form work. And where basically as the surface recedes from the camera, I tend to darken it up. If it's coming towards the camera, I tend to lighten it up. So then when I work on my flats layer is flat color that sits above the forms layer, and that's set to 60% hard light. See, and if I turn the forms off, then it doesn't look right, but because of the way those two layers blend, it looks good when I have both on. And then this just shows what it's like flat color and with the form work. So all the blending that I'm doing is all on one layer. It's all on this black and white layer. And it's all done with the same brush. And then the rest of the magic is just the way this layer multiplies with the hard light layer. And then I've got digital paper textures that I made that are applied as well. So that kind of, it makes the blending like much easier because the digital paper texture is a texture. So a lot more forgiving. Correct. So every light and dark tone you see is all on the same layer. So in a way I'm drawing out a black and white version of the image. But when you look at it, you're like, oh, that looks neat, but it doesn't look quite right. Why? And that's because I'm only trying to get some form work done. And then later, when this part of the process is complete, I'll actually go back in and do a legitimate shadows and highlights. Yeah, so the darks and lights are all blended at the same time. You know, that's the second time you've mentioned that. I have to look that up. Chris Sales. I want to go Google that one. And thank you about the line art, or the line work, Gerbil. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm actually, you know what? I mean, I developed this process because mentally I just wanted to try it out. It was all started off as just an experiment. But my art keeps getting better and better, and I'm like, maybe I'll stick with this and see what happens. Lines take practice, just like painting. And so I look at my line work and I think it's very rough. So I'm still practicing. But I do appreciate the kind words, because it means my practice is paying off. People are starting to notice. Someone else was talking about the line work the other day too. Working in layers like I do is a great way to learn how to paint too. At least to kind of think like a painter might think. I'm assuming. I'll let you know when I actually paint stuff for real if it's similar or so different that I'm like, oh my God, what was I talking about? But the blending, I gotta admit it, sometimes it's magical. It makes me look better than I am. Sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh, it just looks so good blended. So I get lucky. So close to being done with this stage. All right, I think I'm going to get something to drink and then I'm going to finish this stage tonight. So I'll be right back. Quick little break. Good night, Alex. Let's see, what did I miss? I would say graphite work does translate into digital, but you gotta find the right brushes and you gotta practice, because it's never gonna feel the same, but you can get it to look the same or similar. Gerbil, that's why I work in flats, so that's the power of digital, is that you can do the flat colors and then it's really simple to change colors later on. And for me, the more I work in the color, the more I know when a color is going to work. And then, you know, that's the type of thing that if you're painting traditionally, it's got to work the same way. The more you use the colors and it works, the more you already know what that color is going to look like next time you have to use it. Now I gotta get to work, get this done. We'll see if I can get it done in 18 minutes. But I'm not gonna hurry. Probably will take longer. Twelve 13 here. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I don't even say when I'm going to go to bed anymore. There's always something worth it online to keep me awake. Whether it's work I do for myself, or Netflix, or YouTube, or Twitch. Did Jen just start? Because I just now got my little heads up that she was streaming. Or she'd been streaming for a while. A couple days ago, I was having a heck of a time streaming, but it's been good all day today. Like in the last 2 hours, I've only dropped 59 frames. Doesn't even register as a percentage point yet. Oh, an even bigger raid. If Falling Up went to this place and got them to raid me. Fang and Claw Hobbies. So I gotta put this guy up. People are coming in. Hello, Fang and Claw Hobbies. Hello. Thank you so much for that raid. 52. I think that's the largest raid that's hit my channel. So you're a record breaker. Yep. So how was your stream going? And what were you drawing tonight? Oh, you weren't drawing. Oh, the minis, that's right, that's right. Well, and that's kind of drawing, right? Paint on the minis. I remember now, okay. Yeah, you miniature painters amaze me on how you can just have the patience and the steady hand to get to all those little details. Thank you very much. So this is what I do, folks. So everyone who just visited with the raid, I draw monsters and characters from Dungeons and Dragons. I do a layered approach, so everything I draw is on separate layers. I'll just draw a couple short. Let me just show a couple layers really quick, because I always think it's kind of interesting. So I started here with the gestures. Let me darken that up. So that was it with a little bit of erasing. Then I have a rough. It's a little bit tighter. I did a rendered one, so then I'm trying to actually make it exactly the way I want it. I do a couple of layers for the inks. I'm doing the form work right now, and then I'll throw flat color on top of that. So that's how far I've gotten it tonight. Well, it took 3 nights to get this far. But if you like this kind of stuff, this is what I'm doing all the time. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love D&D too. Rediscovering it. So playing online every Tuesday night. So I was playing the game earlier tonight and started streaming after. So I'm just doing a whole bunch of blending and trying to get it done before I'm done for the night as well. But now I have to definitely get it done. Pathfinder, yeah. I was thinking of getting all the Pathfinder books because I love reading the rule sets. I know it's a little bit different, but there's so much artwork to get for Pathfinder. Just a lot of good stuff. Gerbil, you can tell me as many times as you want. It's okay. I won't hold it against you. But hopefully I'll keep getting better so that, you know, so that I keep impressing you. I'll try to always impress you. Graz, thank you. Thank you for that follow very much. Welcome aboard. I promise to do my best. Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not sure that I'm right, but Pathfinder was 3.5, but a lot of the guys that licensed 3.5 could use as their basis, but then take it any direction they wanted to. And I think Pathfinder did that. So they made a lot of changes that were, and again, tell me if I'm wrong. I think I read an article that said something about that. But they still license, right? They're still licensing the core set, the core rules. I always figured they're using the OGL stuff, you know, the open game license stuff. Morabelle, thank you for that follow. Welcome aboard too. I'm very honored to have new followers tonight. Thank you guys. Hello G Chem. Welcome back tonight. Yeah, I don't think anyone liked the direction that Wizards took version 4. I never played version 4, so I don't even know what the differences were. But I'm back on 5. And it took me a while actually to figure out, oh, the rules are actually different in many cases. Like significantly different. I thought it would still be the same. Hi, bed sheets. Yeah, I am the recipient of a couple raids tonight. So yeah, having a high count. I'm digging it. So gotta make sure I perform, you know? So one more zoom out, because I think I've got more new people coming in. So this is where I'm at right now. So getting closer and closer. So I'll show the last one I did. I think Halfling was the last one. So, folks, if you want to, if you do like this stuff, you know, follow Instagram. I post to Instagram before anything else, so it is absolutely the most up to date with the stuff that I do on Twitch. The other social media sites get updated like once a month, whereas Instagram is almost, you know, 3 or 4 times a week. So this is a halfling that I did last week. So a halfling fighter. Thanks for the shout out, bed sheets. Thanks, Fang. I'm trying to make it legit, you know, And I don't know what's different, but lately the art looks like tighter. So again, whatever I'm doing must be paying off because it's starting to look better to me. And I've noticed that I'm relying less on the lines and more on the colors and shading. So it's almost like I'm transitioning to this quasi-painterly style already. But I do like that there's still line art. I like the line art. I love line art. But I didn't want it to look like a comic book. So that was my other goal when I started off. It's like, I want to color line art, but I don't want it to look like a comic book. And even though there's going to be similarities, I think it looks a little bit more... Excuse me, I got water hiccups. Sorry. But I think it looks a little bit more illustrative and not as high-techy as the comic book art looks. So I'm happy with that. And when I started this drawing, I actually made the conscious decision. I said I'm going to take my time and actually try a little harder. Because in some of my other drawings in the past, I was happy with them. But then at some moments I felt like a little sloppy. So then on this one I said I'm not gonna get it sloppy. I want it to be a little bit tighter. So we'll see if that pays off. So yeah, like I was telling folks, this is a style I sort of developed out of a desire. I was going to originally do something that was more in line with what 3D rendering programs do. So that was the impetus for this style, or this technique, I guess. And I liked it so much, and I don't see it anywhere else. So it's kind of it's kind of weird. It's sort of a friendly art style, but not too comic book or not too cartoony. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird place, but it's grown on me a lot. So having a lot of fun with it. Wow, XCat placing some art as well. XCat, I just saw you post in the chat in Chaos Art. What level was your character that just died? Level 6. Yeah, that's a tough level too. I mean, any level's bad, but 6, you know, you're really coming into your own, starting to get some really cool abilities. So tell us, how'd you die? Welcome back, Falling. Welcome back. Falling, while you were gone, I was raided again, and I thought for sure that you had gone somewhere and had them raid me, but you didn't. You know, every time I think maybe I should draw during the middle of the day, and then I come back and draw at the middle of the night, it always pays off to be here in the middle of the night. I like this time slot. It's a very natural slot for me. So you committed to the character, and due to events and such, and it killed him. It wasn't mid-fight, it was post a battle in a war. And he had a view on the war of it being fundamentally stupid. He previously had been forced to do some really bad stuff by someone with a lot of power. And there was also a betrayal of a vampirus. What is that? Securate involved. You were in the game development string, some good stuff. You know, I'm going to be working with a fellow developing a tabletop game. He's doing all the game mechanics, and I'm going to be doing the character artwork. So a lot of the stuff that I've been working on for D&D OGL stuff, I'm going to modify and apply to his game as well. And that's all the news I have on that right now. But as I learn more, I'll pass it on to you guys. And Gerbil, no. I mean, you did say you were going to be doing more streaming. But it is just one thing of many that we talked about last night. So yeah, in fact, I think you said you were going to try some full-time streaming for a while. Vampire secret. Betrayal of a vampire secret involved. Yep. Post a link. I will watch that tomorrow. So XCat, yeah, post that link. If you were doing it on stream, yeah, I'll definitely watch that. I'm starting to really like my gnome rogue, and what else is he? Arcane trickster. Like, so much that now I'm actually, you know, more worried about him dying than I was before, because I want him to stay alive. Done. I think this might be the last piece of the puzzle for now. Tuatha! Hey, Tuatha. You've contributed to me being raided 3 times tonight. Busy night. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, there we go. So that's what I got going. Yeah, I've had a couple good raids. There's like 40 and 50 person raids. So there's a letter on your character's body that if the party finds it, what? They're going to be sad. He was moved very far away by this vampire right before he died. Sounds tragic, and it sounds like it's true death. That you're not going to get away from that one, huh? Hello, Penny Seas. Thank you for coming with Tuatha's Raid. This guy's adorable. He's an adorable demon. Maybe he's too cute. It is an awesome raid because I count it 100%. So 3 raids in one night is fantastic. 1 big raid is fantastic. So it's been a good night, so much so that I'm not in a hurry to go yet. I'm going to stick it out a little bit longer. Although you caught me... Oh, I'm not done with it. The wings. The wings. Wait. Yeah, the wings are not done. I thought I was done with all the form work. I still got this. What's going on now? Uh-oh. Did it freeze up? Oh, auto save. Penny is a lurker. Well, I look forward to you lurking me, Penny. Shadow. Why does this not seem as light? You mean Tuatha and Falling Up wants something from you, Penny? They want your lurk. Your lurk is like currency to them. They need your lurk. The lurking mod. Can you be a mod and a lurk at the same time? That's like sleeping on the job. Tuatha, I want you to put that in Discord. I want to see what you did. or put a link in here or something. I want to see it. You tried my way of shading? I'm totally excited to see it. Do you have like the layers? So Zyrus, did I spell that correct, or did I say that correctly? Thank you for that follow. Well, I'm glad you tried it, Tuatha. It's a fun way of working, so I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm excited to hear that you tried this style. I'm glad you told me. I will say the retention of tonight's raids is fantastic. So everyone that's stuck around and is, whether you're lurking or participating or whatever, thank you very much. Makes me feel good. So I appreciate you spending your valuable time here. You know what? I'm going to have to make that Discord command. You're not the first person to try to use that tonight. But you can get added by clicking on the link down below. If you click on the Discord badge I've got, that'll invite you to my channel if you're not already there. But yeah, I should do that. That way everyone can just, type it in and join whenever they want. Duh. Oh, cool. Look at that. I think this is the one. I have a couple copies. Very cool. Yeah, so trying the technique on some kind of logo-ish style stuff. That's pretty neat. That's cool. I'm glad this style inspired you to give it a try. Do some experimentation. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I bet it would be a lot easier to use on a mouse. I tried drawing a mouse when everything was brand new. And I actually refused to do digital drawing because I hated doing it on a mouse, with a mouse. So I was so happy. Best day of my life, or one of them, artistically wise, when I got the Intuos 3. But it wasn't for like 10 years later that I actually really started using it. Yep, that's what I'm using right now, an N2OS 3. Still does the job. Thank you, XCat. I'm going to watch that tomorrow for sure. I would watch it tonight, but I really do have to get this done and head to bed, unfortunately. I really don't want to go when I've got 43 watchers right now. But we'll just have to share the love. So your N2OS 3 finally did die, huh? Okay. Yeah, the Huion looks like they have some really good product and reasonably priced. It's still a few $100. But their screen tablets are looking good. They got good reputation most of the time. All right. Oh yeah, coffee will do that. XCat, I will check those out. So if I follow the link that you put in there now, is it Twitch VOD or YouTube? So it's Twitch. Yeah, I'll definitely watch those. Oh man, I love the map you guys get to use. I wish we could use maps like that. Ours have been simplistic. You got an XB Pen Rs 15.6 Pro a couple weeks ago. It's a display tablet. Those, the XP Pen, if it's the one I think, really attract me. They look really cool. Had to have one with a screen, and it's your first digital form of drawing. You really like it so far. Yeah, that one was, in fact, the XP Pen one that I was looking at wasn't even the screen yet. So is that a brand new model they're putting out? Tavastri, I've had a couple big raids. I've been raided 3 times tonight so far. So yeah, you missed the big party, buddy. XCat, absolutely, that'd be great. So I would be happy to watch your games and check out how your gameplay is and all that good stuff. Oh, or not. That's okay. We'll start with this Twitch one. Yeah, my YouTube is falling behind too because I used to put everything there and I used to edit and do the speed drawings, but it's so much work for. I've only got seven followers on YouTube. I'm like, you know what? I think YouTube is not in the picture for me right now. Too much work, and no one's watching. And I think most of the video views on YouTube are from me. So I have to draw underneath his forearms. I've been avoiding that the whole time, but I can't avoid it anymore because they're completely flat. But this is as far as I'm going to take this drawing tonight. Yeah, I mean, let's make sure I'm not skipping anyone. Yep, okay, plenty of episodes on Twitch. Yep, that's what I'll watch. I'll watch Twitch. You believe it's one of their newest models. It has the red dial on the left and 8 buttons, but the dial is really neat, unique. Nice for zoom and rotating stuff. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna yawn. Oh man, sorry. Hard to get discovered on YouTube. Yeah, I totally agree. Whereas, I have had lots of visitors on Twitch, and I'm up close. I'm getting pretty damn close to 200 followers. Like, so close, I wonder if I'm... How many followers do I have now? $197. 3 more followers to go. Look at that. So I never thought I'd get only 8 more. So you guys see 192? It's weird. I see 197. On my dashboard, I see 197. What do you guys see on the channel? That's interesting that you guys see different numbers than what I see. Maybe that's just where you were and it needs a refresh. That would make sense. That would make sense. So it kind of freezes while you're on. Yeah, so I think it's one of those things that just takes a refresh to update it. Yeah. So look at that. I'm excited. 3 more. I remember being excited when I had 50 for the first time. I'm like, man, I didn't even know I'd get that high. I think maybe I need to darken his ears so that they're dark like the rest of the fur on his body. Tuatha, thanks for those cheers. It's looking so great. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Now that reminds me, Tavastri, I do believe with your cheering that you did before, you're going to get some stuff. I have to go look it up. And then Tuatha, and let's see, Emotep. Tuatha, you get to pick a creature if you want to, because that's all for this month. So, monster queue, if you want to. Select a monster in that monster queue and I'll add him to the list. XCat, thank you for coming by, and I'll catch up on the D&D stuff tomorrow and find you and chat with you. What kind of feature? What do you mean, Tuatha? I probably didn't speak clearly. I like the way he comes in and makes a mess, and makes a mess when he leaves too. All right, I'm going to write this down. So, Sir Kalaru. I hope I said that. Gerbil just subscribed. Wow, you guys are kicking my butt tonight. You did hear monsters, and you absolutely get to pick another one. Okay, so Tuatha. What I was saying is, I've got this game that I do that if anyone participates on the stream, like basically any bits or whatever, you get to pick a monster from the monster queue, and I will draw it. So I will add it to the queue. Now, since you've done 500 bits, so that kind of adds to tier 2 queue, which is like the $5 queue. Tavastri did 1,000 bits, so he gets to pick something in the tier 1 queue. But basically, if you want to pick a monster, if you go follow that link, that should have worked for you. I didn't blank it out. Let me try it again. It should have worked for you as well. So if you go to that link, Monster Queue, there's a list of like 65 monsters. If you want to pick something, then I'll add that to the queue and I'll draw it. And same thing for Sir Kalaru. Sir Kalaru. And Gerbil, same thing for you. So doesn't matter how you participate. So the subscribe, same thing. It's a $5 subscribe, so you go to the tier 2 list. So that's cool. That's exciting. Just Arc is fine. So if you guys put a mimic on the queue for you, all right? I'll write down a mimic. Yeah, because the list was getting short, but now if we're going to add 3 more to it, that's awesome. So mimic. So I write down your name, the date, and your donation amount, so I keep track. 427. A priestess. All right. Yeah, that's good to do a priestess. I haven't done any female characters. I've only done one, the dryad. So it'll be good practice for me because I don't draw females that well. So I'll have to really step up my game. And that was another 500. Yeah, it is a challenge. But you know, maybe I'll do it. Will-o'-the-wisp. Will-o'-wisp. Oh, now that actually sounds hard. All right, so another challenge. I think the challenge is, how am I going to make a will-o'-wisp very interesting? I accept the challenge. I'll find a way. Tavastri, are you around? Did you want to pick a monster? I think this would be your second monster pick, right? If you choose. It's a mission that you get to choose or not choose. Tuatha's been drawing males in various manners of dress, and I often don't do males, so it's good practice. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited. I have been doing some mannequin mechanic practice with women, so I feel more confident than I would have a few months ago. More confident now than I was when I did the Dryad. So definitely give that a go. And Tavastri, Gerbil, holy crap! Now, Gerbil, you get an art print or an art. You get something. I have to check. No one's ever plopped down $10 like that. You are the new keeper of the stream. See? Someone was checking out the keepers of the faith, weren't they? I have to go look at my own webpage to see what you get. So you are a priest of chaos. So in your case, you're a priestess of chaos because you did a $10 donation. You're going to get levels 1 and 2, which is special thanks. That's level 1. Level 2 is access to Patreon/Discord private rooms, and you'll get a little bit higher art, 150 DPI. Plus, you're on the trading card of the month club, so you get a free trading card of an existing character your choice. So it'll be the 2.5 by 5 inch, and since you're in the US, that takes care of postage as well. Same thing goes for you, Tavastri. I have not drawn a Drider yet. Is it on the list? Is it on the monster queue? And the only reason why I say that is the monster queue are monsters that are that I'm allowed to use. I would love to draw a Drider. I could draw a Drider anyway. It is on the list, then absolutely, we're adding that right now. And Tavastri, you're in the same boat since you donated $10. If you want, I will send you a sketch card of any of the characters that you want. Or if you want to wait, we can do it of the Drider. So that's what you get at the $10 level. How exciting. Well, thank you very much for your generosity, Gerbil. And did you hear that you get a sketch card if you choose to take it? It can be any of the characters that I've already drawn. Or if you want to wait and see what the Will-O-Wisp looks like, we could do that one. So do you have a favorite, or you want to wait for the Will-O-Wisp? Okay. Now, I'm pretty dense, so remind me after it's all drawn. I don't think I'll forget, but don't be afraid to say, okay, dude, I'm ready for my card. But I think I have to create a system for myself to make sure I remind myself. Thank you very much, everyone, for your generosity. I'm kind of shocked. So he caught me off guard. So yeah, I'm excited. Looking forward to drawing over the next few days. With something with bunnies. Yeah. I don't think there's any monster bunnies, right? No Vorpal rabbits. Dire bunnies. I drew a zombie already. Oh, a zombie hare. Okay, got it. A were bunny. Yeah, of course. That would be really cool. Whew. Cool, cool, cool. A sub and a $10. Wow. Yes, you did. And Gerbil, I'm going back to what I was doing before. So it's kind of a combination of what I was doing. So I have multiple tiers, and the $10 and up tier, we've got you and Tavastri. So I'll be doing those first, and then I will move down to the $5 tier and do those in order. But technically, you've just plopped down 15, so I feel like I should make another tier for 15. So I think I know what I'm going to be drawing next. Going to have to make that will-o-wisp look really good. You know there's no way that I can go right now, right? So if you guys have any questions or you want to see any artwork or any questions about my art style or anything like that, or just shoot the shit. Tuatha, when you get those bits, doesn't it kind of make you jump? I always jump because they come out of nowhere. Yep. Wow, look at that. Yeah. It's exciting to get the bits. They're a lot of fun. $3 a.m. now? Yeah. It's 1:11 for me. I want to look at this list before I go because I really should go. I hate to go right now. I hate it. I want to look at the list of the 41 folks that are looking at me, looking at the channel right now. So many new names. So there's a lot of people that are seeing my stuff for the very first time tonight. You did your last 12 hour. You got lots of bits and subs. Wow, it is exciting. I've never even contemplated doing a 12-hour. I've seen a Lemon A Go-Go who's a singer, and she did a 24-hour stream, and I watched 2 or 3 hours of that. But she was dead at the end of that 24-hour stream, gotta tell you. I think it would be cool to do a 12-hour stream. I don't know. Most of your streams are 9 to 12 hours. Holy moly. Part of me wants to say, I'll do a 12-hour stream at 200 followers, but I don't even know. I don't even have a 12-hour block of time where I could possibly do that. I literally don't have 12-hour blocks of time. Oh, it's a fantastic way of celebrating. You know what I'll have to do is next Tuesday, because I will get 3 followers before next Tuesday, and I'm not working next Tuesday. I could actually do it a long stream, because then part of my 12 hours would be the game stream, but I could do the drawing stream after that. I'll have to think about that if I want to commit to that. That sounds pretty fun. See, that's the fun thing about Twitch. There's now Tuatha has a new follower. Yay. Dank Snoopy, how are you doing? Thank you for stepping up and saying hi. Doc Stitch is now following. I'm at 198. Thank you for that follow. All right, bed sheets. I will see you next time. Let me see my schedule to see when I'm most likely to be on again. So there is there's some opportunity for me to be on stream again tomorrow. I have 2 slots where I might be able to do it for a couple hours each. So I will definitely finish this piece up. I want to see who that is. Dank Snoopy is now following. Well, that's weird. I think Dank Snoopy followed and then not followed and then followed again. That's interesting, because am I spacing out, or didn't Dank Snoopy follow me twice just now? I'm one away. I'm at 199. So I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. Got a couple time slots. They might be short streams, but I'll stream tomorrow. So I wanna go take a look at Streamlabs, check the events, see what just happened then. Oh no, I'm an idiot. That's why I'm getting tired. It was Doc Stitch and Dank Snoopy, but my mind said they were the same thing. So yeah, that's just my brain not doing well. You're the current stream boss. You know, I never get to see that. What's it look like being stream boss? I implemented that and never paid attention to it. What's it look like? I have to go to my channel and take a look. Oh, and it only pops up like when something happens, right? Aren't you like attacking me or something? It doesn't just always show up, huh? Okay. All right. Congratulations to Arthur for hitting 80 followers. Yeah, one more follower so I can go to bed. Actually, that's the wrong thing to say, huh? Because then you just keep me awake forever. I need to go ice skating in the morning, so I actually... What is this? I actually got to get to bed. So I think I will call it a night. Maybe I'll get a follower over while I'm sleeping. Is Jen still up? Or do you guys have a suggestion for the raid? I had someone recommend Jen earlier. Sierra Calaroo. I want to be able to say that the right way. So I'm going to pick Jen this time, but we'll go do Sir Digital Bacon. We'll rate him next time. Yeah, since she's still on. So it was the first recommendation. But let me, I want to open up the different window. Since it was recommended to open up a second window before you do the raid. And I'm going to wait till this commercial's over so that I can raid in real time. Circa, okay. Circa LaRue. Well, then that makes it easier. Alright, so I'm going to unmute and we're going to do the raid.
Handle high-pitched voices like that. I have it kind of low right now because I just didn't want it loud.
I got to type her in. Hold on.
Shazam comes out tomorrow. Does it really? Ugh, the sleeves are a little tight on my kitty shirt.
And now I'm hitting raid.
Thanks.
8, 7,
I
6,
appreciate it.
5. Make sure you make a lot of noise.
Emo Kid
3,
Gaming.
2,
Emo
1.
Kid
See you there.
Gaming. Appreciate it. They're blue.
Watch her dance.
I'm looking down. Holy shit. Oh my god. Hi everybody. Thanks for the follow. Planet
Excellent.
Chaos, what's up? Holy shit.
Excellent.
Whoa. Nightbot's not subbed anymore. It doesn't work, right? Thank you for the raid. Wow. Hi. I'm Jen, and I usually do art, but I've been lazy to oh, what the hell? That's a lot of fucking people.